This compartment right here, you will have a light. To turn this light on or off is the center part of the switch. There's a little push button on the center.
Okay.
You seen these before?
No. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I see those lights you push down. Yep, I have seen them actually.
There's another switch off here onto the right-hand side of this.
Okay.
This actually turns on the LED strip white light on the top there.
Okay, gotcha.
Do not travel down the road with them.
Right.
On.
Yeah.
DOT may not like it.
Right.
The other component in here is Furion. Always comes up with add-on stuff, which is this guy right here. It's set up for the iPhone or the Android phone. They want you to buy another Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. They always put stuff in there that they want.
So it's mostly a charger, or does it actually?
This will actually charge off your phone here,
right?
And then they want you to get to that Bluetooth speaker, and oh, I got this speaker out here.
Right, gotcha.
Alrighty. The hit.
Go ahead.
Underneath here, you have your two 20-pound gas cylinders.
Yep.
They're both filled right now. This is called your gas regulator.
Yep.
And right now I know I'm running off this tank because my dial is pointed that way. Only run off one tank at a time.
Right.
When this one runs out, you'll close him down, open him all the way up, rotate over. Then you're going to hear me talking about purging your gas system. Whenever you switch over tanks, get your tanks filled. To purge your gas system, this is going to be on. You're going to go to your 3-burner stove inside your RV. You're going to light all 3 burners so you have the nice blue flame. That'll get out 90 to 95% of the air, and it's called purging your gas system. All right.
Okay.
So underneath here is your battery box. There's a new 24-amp battery stored inside there. The case is bolted down to the frame, and there's 4 holes drilled in the bottom to let the water drain out. Because these are vented and rainwater can get in there.
Gotcha. And for the propane, I have to fill it up. I can't just swap out tanks. You know, like at Home Depot.
I wouldn't swap out tanks.
Yeah.
These tanks are good for 10 years. There's a date stamped in the side.
Sure.
You can go to Home Depot and swap out your tanks. Cost you more. I know around here we can go to there's several different places that fills propane tanks. Right here.
What's that? That plug? Yep.
Yep, underneath this. This is wired directly into the battery to where if you wanted to go boondock camping is we have no electricity to plug in.
No hookups, yeah.
And then you buy the expensive solar watt panels and set them up and etc. To me, I'd rather buy a generator so I can run my AC.
So the generator plugs into that port?
No. This is just for the solar panel to recharge
that's a solar panel.
Most everything in here runs on 12 volt.
Gotcha.
Other than your TV, AC, electric side of the water heater, and the electric side of the fridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a generator. Yeah. Okay.
Any questions up front?
Nope.
The electric jack and everything we'll cover when we're going to go to
I figure you will. Yeah.
You have your 30-amp new twist lock cord right here.
Oh, okay. It comes with it. Okay, I bought one of those. Yep.
Nope.
There you go.
It can only plug in one way. I call this like the L plug. Line that up. 1/4-inch turn, it locks it in. Then you can screw him, lock him on there.
Now, do most campsites have 30? I noticed they have 30 and 50.
All campsites are going to normally have 30-amp service.
30, okay.
Some will have 50-amp service.
Right. But this trailer won't need 50.
No, you can't run 50.
Okay.
It's strictly going to be a 30-amp service.
Oh, I'm only 30. Okay,
yes.
So I only need to buy 30-amp. You know what I call it, the surge protector. Okay.
Yes, highly recommended.
Okay, I'll get it.
All electronic components. Out here, for travel purposes, this here would screw back down there so it's all sealed up when you're traveling down a road. This is where you bring your hose line from the campground. Okay. And you bring that up and hook in to your, let me cover him up. Your city water connection right here.
Right.
And when you're not using it, keep the cap on there. All labeled across here. This would be your city water connection. This would be your fresh water fill. that you're going boondock camping or you're traveling down the road, you want to carry some water on board so you can wash your hands, flush the toilet from turning on a 12-volt pump inside.
Sure. I mean, what's the difference between city water and fresh water, though? Same thing, isn't it?
City water is we're going to bring the hose up through here and we're going to use the pressure of that system to power up the system.
Okay.
Okay? Your fresh water fill, you have a tank inside. So we're going to pump water, we're going to fill that tank. Then there's a switch that you turn on that you're going to pump water from that tank.
I see. So it's just the plumbing, the route of the water.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, obviously it's the same
water. This guy over here, orange means caution, right? This is a black tank flush.
Okay.
This feeds directly into the black tank. The only time you're going to hook up a hose to there is when you're at the dump station. Yeah. And your black tank valve is pulled open, which this one is located. This one's located back here. Okay. So the only time you're going to be hooked up to here, you're at the dump station and the black tank valve is open.
Sure.
Winterize. You've never winterized your RV before, don't do it yourself.
Okay.
You're probably highly intelligent, but if you've never done it before, don't do it yourself unless you got a buddy there that's done it and walk you right through it.
Sure.
That's what this port is for.
Yeah.
Which coincides with your water heater bypass.
Okay.
Because you never put antifreeze in the water heater. And it also coincides with this because that would turn it on to be able to pull the antifreeze out of the jug.
Sure. Now, how if we plan on traveling a lot during the winter, obviously, warm weather. But if we keep it parked for a month, do we have to winterize that? Or is it based on the temperature?
Below freezing temperatures?
Yeah, in Chicago,
You need to winterize it.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can YouTube. This is real simple to winterize.
Okay.
You have a battery disconnect switch here. All right. We're in the on position right now. This is always going to be on, whether you're plugged in with the shore cord or you're plugged in with your vehicle, because your alternator will recharge that battery as you're traveling down the road. If this switch is off, we're not charging that battery,
sure, right.
Whether we're plugged in with the truck or the cord. The reason all the lights are staying on right now is we're running off the converter.
Oh, I see. Right.
What we're not putting any charge in the battery.
The capacitor, right. Okay. So do you just leave it on all the time?
The only time you're going to turn this off is when you're not using this, and it's if you're not going to be using it for a week or more, turn that switch off.
Right.
And otherwise, it'll be takes about a week and a half to drain that battery. You have an LP detector inside, and the backlight on the radio draws about 1 amp of power. And over about a week and a half, it'll drain that battery.
Sure.
But if you turn him off, it kills everything.
Okay.
This blue cord hanging down here, this is pre-wired for satellite prep up on the roof. Yeah. That if you want to put a dish tailgater mount up there and you want to go satellite, you can do that.
Sure.
And then you would just plug this in to your satellite port.
Oh, okay. So there's a satellite, we have to put a satellite dish up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Then if you're at a campground, a cable TV, that plug in right here.
Right.
You have two other switches up here on the top. These are for your stabilizer jacks.
Okay.
The outside one runs the rear jack. And I'm going to show you here on the front one. These will self-center themselves out. Yeah. As you look underneath there right now, see how those will pivot? Yeah. So if you look underneath here at one point, and the wife goes, the other side not coming down, and say, well, why? It's going to center it. Yeah. So how much pressure do we put down on them? I usually listen for the motor. Okay. These are for stabilization, not load lifting. Right. And you kind of hear the motor kind of go to an amp out.
Yeah.
And there you go. You do the same with the rear. To bring them back up, you just hit retract. Cold and hot water out here. Mm-hmm. There's water in this hose right now, so I squeeze the handle of this to allow the air to pull down before I'm gonna put this away in storage.
Sure.
So we don't have water. You're gonna take that off. When you're at the campground, you're gonna bring your hose line up through here.
Oh, gotcha. It's just
that way you can close this lid.
It's just easier, yeah, cleaner.
And it'll keep all your little rodent here. Your refrigerator's in the slide out, so this is where it vents out at the top up here.
Okay.
And the inside here is where your circuit board, gas connection, electric connection is all. That's where we're going to come into play if you ever had a malfunction with this.
Okay. So
water heater here.
Mm-hmm.
This is just your drain plug. This is your pressure relief valve.
Mm-hmm.
Water's hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It runs off electric or gas, or you can run it off both at the same time for like a quick recovery.
Okay.
When you go to winterize,
yeah,
you're gonna want to make sure this is drained out when you get to freezing months.
Right.
So do some research back Chicago, RV winterizing. You have some guys, some mobile tech come out one time, show you how to do it. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to do it.
Okay.
I mean, it takes less than 20 minutes.
Right. To winterize?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And usually it's only going to take you about 2 gallons of RV marine antifreeze.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, go to the store. They're usually only $2.50. Buy 10 gallons so you got them on board if you're going to be using this throughout the winter.
Right.
You could, if you force the water out faster.
Okay. Go step by step. I'm at a new site. Can you go by step what I do at a new site?
You're at a new site.
Yep.
Drain plug in already.
Yep.
You're at a new.
I just pulled up. Yep.
You just pulled up.
Hook up the water.
You hook up your power cord.
Yeah.
You hooked up your water hose.
Right.
You turn down the water. Come here. Open this up until water comes out here.
Right.
That'll get out 95% of the air.
Sure.
Close him back up.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know we got water in our water heater.
Right.
Now we can turn on the switches to heat it up.
Right. Now when do I use the drain plug, this thing?
When you want to drain your water heater.
That's for winterizing.
That's for winterizing.
Ah, okay. That's what I'm saying. Day to day, I won't touch that.
No.
Gotcha. No. Yeah, which key does what?
They'll have the, I don't know if the keys are in the door.
I got it.
Dude, you got the keys with you?
I do.
This is going to be the 751 key. It's going to be a silver key. Okay. Or yours is a gold key. Yeah. And it says 751 on it right here.
Okay.
This is going to do this lock. You have hot and cold. You have cold and hot water out here also. Right. Here, so you can get up and check your roof. Maybe you pulled into a campground and there's a low branch.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to see if it caught anything.
Sure.
It's a walkable roof, but it's not meant like for NASCAR.
Lounging, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a party roof.
Yeah.
You're familiar with the 30 amp plug, right? Yep. Alrighty. Spare tire here. Hopefully you never need this guy. I think Tanner was touching base with you on the
camera,
backup camera.
Yeah.
It's already pre-wired.
Yeah.
And 4 screws and one little plug. We take the camera out of the mount that looks like that, and boom, done. And you can get a 5-inch or a 7-inch screen.
Yeah.
Sends a wired signal up to the vehicle.
Yeah. So
got a switch inside.
Okay.
The switch will be RET for retract or EXT for extend. Right. Which is motor rotation.
Sure.
When you run the awning out, you want to stop. The awning will continue to go out until you take the finger off the switch. This part that hangs down I refer to as the flap. You want that somewhere right around the 6 o'clock position, like a clock.
Right.
That that white part that hangs down. These are made for shade, not storm shelter. You get high wind, heavy rain, get this awning in. Less than 40 seconds in, less than 40 seconds to bring it in or out. To mainly pitch the awning. If we had some light drizzle rain and we don't want all the water to drip across the front or start sagging the awning here because these don't have a lot of pitch, to mainly pitch the awning, you hold down right here, that allows that water to more gravity flow and flow off this end. Maybe you want to do it at that end because the front door is right here. If you have this pitch, you can do it this end or that end or both. You don't have to come back out here and do this. It'll self-center itself back out to run your awning.
Oh, when I retract it, it'll just, you don't have to fix it. Yeah.
Your 751 key is going to do all your compartment locks.
Right.
Except for, this is a 751. Nope. This is these two front locks up here are going to be this off-white key, the G391.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave that open right now because we got our hitch in there still. And the purple key, the G387, is going to do your locks on your door here. Your bottom lock is your deadbolt.
Okay.
To operate your deadbolt, push key in, turn it to the left, back to center, and out. It's deadbolted. To unlock it, turn to right, back to center, and out. This lock up here, all it does is prevent this handle from being pulled.
Sure.
We have a master key for this one, so if you ever take your RV in for service, don't deadbolt it, just lock this one, and we have a master key that we can get into this one, not that lock.
Sure.
Screen door operation. To unlatch the screen door from the main door, push down on the handle. And once you release that, it has a handle on the inside and outside. So this here slid back over keeps the bugs from entering that.
Right.
This will be your deadbolt for inside. Your solid step operation, door has to be all the way open.
Okay.
Then you just mainly lift this up. Your steps are locked in. You would close your door, lift up on the handle, and locks in as such.
Okay.
Your solid step is adjustable on the legs. These legs have these two pins on each side that will pop right out. They have a little roll catch right there. And these are adjustable in or out. The reason they're adjustable, I'm going to simulate. Let's say our steps are up like this. This is going to interfere with the bottom of this door closing. We never know what the ground contour is going to be, whether it's going to dip down or up. That's where you come into adjustment mode on the legs. And
like if the ground is uneven.
yes.
Yeah.
This lock here is also going to be this white colored off-white, the G391. Which out here we have, I refer to as our beverage fridge. It does have a strap Quick buckle snap and undo.
Yeah.
And the reason it has that, this refrigerator is not screwed down.
Sure.
So for travel purposes, you want to make sure that strap is locked in.
Yeah.
You have a grill out here. This is called a bolt latch.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, this bolt is latched down. It's kind of on a pendulum here. As you push down, it's tight. Mm-hmm. Lift up center, now it's real loose.
Mm-hmm. Right, it locks down.
This is on a slide tray and it rolls out. Mm-hmm. There will be a gas line back in here that you have to manually feed out here outside the bottom of this gas grill.
Okay.
That's going to hang down here.
Right.
And right over here,
oh yeah,
where the yellow plug is,
yeah,
this is where this gas line is going to feed over and plug in right here.
Sure.
You take the rubber plug off, and there's a quarter turn valve right here at the bottom. Mm-hmm. This has to be in the off position, mm-hmm. which the handle is going across this way.
Right.
Quick connect, then you would turn.
You just push connect, right? Push it in? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you turn the gas on.
Gotcha.
Even though I got the gas on right now, it's not going to flow out because it's a quick connect.
Mm.
The valve has to be off for you to uncouple it because it prevents from this being pushed back.
Okay.
When you're not using this, make sure you have your yellow plug in here.
Right.
Bees and spiders love to smell LP gas, and the mud dauber bees will go in there and start putting a bunch of dirt in there, and it's not going to be good.
Okay.
When you unhook this, while you're down here, it's a lot easier just to feed this back up in here.
Yeah.
And push in your slide tray. And push your bolt in, then push down. And that's... Any questions here?
No. The only question...
You wanted to bring a TV out here and set on the table. You can plug in for cable antenna on this side or satellite on this side. This is also 110, 120 volt.
Yeah.
Everybody says 110. Which is also wired into the GFI, ground fault interrupter, that you'll see in your household.
Yeah.
And the reset for that is going to be in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So like one GFI trips the whole system?
Yes, it can run up
so
to 4 or 5 plugs.
Oh, okay.
This is your furnace vent here. I pick on Grandma at this point. Don't set Grandma's chair in front of this because hot air dumps out here, and the fresh air makeup for the burn chamber comes in behind.
Okay.
To the left side of the doorway is this is what we refer to as the monitor panel. This is our primary function of a lot of stuff in this RV. The 6 little buttons up here. As you see, the red LED lights light up as I press them. Pardon me, I call these idiot lights. Alright. When I press and hold the BATT, that's representing the battery. That's going to show you our condition of our battery.
Sure.
When I press the fresh water, or the fresh, that's the fresh water tank on board. We got 2/3 of the tank in there. Black 1, you're going to see a black 1, black 2, gray 1, gray 2. This is a board they use in numerous trailers. You only have 1 black tank and 1 gray tank. The black, that's gonna, I refer to as idiot lights. These operate, there's 4 sensors inside that tank. They operate on pressure. If you put a lot of paper product down your RV stool, don't use a chemical, stuff is going to get adhered to the side.
Sure.
And why is my tank always showing full and it's empty? We need to run black flush and etc. So black 1 and gray 1 is going to be your primary ones you use. Black 2 and gray 2 will always show empty.
Oh, okay. They're
non-existent.
Okay, gotcha.
Next we have 5 lighted switches in here. We're going to start here on the right hand side. This controls all the ceiling lights through here. Next one over controls the LED lights underneath the awning. This is our 12-volt water pump. This will be the electric side of the water heater. And this is the LP gas side of the water heater. Next down here we have the glide room switch, which is for your slide out. In would be running in. I'm only going to run it in just for a little bit, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like. And the motor, you're going to hold the switch in or out until the motor stops. We're going to go back into the out position, and you let up.
Okay.
A little while ago you heard me talk about the awning, extend and retract. It's motor rotation. I'm going to run your awning in just a little bit. This will continue to run until you take your finger off the switch. How far do we know to take our awning out? You want the flap down around 6 o'clock. If I continue to hold the extend, we're talking motor rotation.
Right.
I could bring this whole awning in that way. You don't want to do that.
Right.
Water weighs 8.33 pounds per gallon. Aluminum tube, gonna hold a lot of water. It's gonna bend that tube.
Gotcha.
Not gonna be a pretty sight. So let's go back to motor rotation and run this back out. But now we're coming in, and here's where I like hands-on experience. I want you to press and hold the retract till the awning comes all the way in, and you'll hear it stop. What are you looking for?
Oh, I need a power cord.
No, take one out of here. 30 or 50.
50 with 30 downrated. You guys with a satellite. There's one right outside the door.
Oh. There should be one lane right here, Tanner, that I just used on the last trailer.
This one?
Yeah. You can take your finger off the switch, motor stop.
Yeah.
There's no latches or anything.
Keep going till the motor stops?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There's no latches or locks, anything.
Yeah.
The motor locks the awning in.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Now, well, let me ask you this.
Located on the left side of the door and you walk in. Down here at the bottom is our power distribution panel. To open this, it's like a triangle at the top. You just press in and it unlatches that lock. These are all your 120 volt breakers.
Yep.
These are all your 12 volt fuses. And to bring that back up, push back in, locks back in.
Okay.
This is also what they refer to as your converter. Okay. Converter takes 110 and it's like a battery charger to charge back up the battery. Yeah. Furnace and AC controls is all right here. You're going to use the mode button. It's going to, first time it's always going to go right to the fan. The 2 lights on is the fan inside the AC unit is running. Just not the compressor.
Right.
The 2 lights lighted up represents we're running on high speed. I press fan. Now it's going to kick down to low speed.
Right. Yep.
We're going to kick him back on high because you're going to run it on AC. I want to get max. Next time we press the mode button, right in the middle of my AC, hold up. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. It was right in the middle of my AC. That's all right. So he unplugged this right now.
Right.
And he just plugged this back in. AC always has a time delay, so the compressor is not going to kick back in for a couple minutes.
Right.
The left and right, he's got us under a bag cord.
Oh, that was a tripping.
Yeah, he's switching over to a smaller cord.
What do you need, Cam?
There. Let's go back to the off mode. So it's always going to go fan, AC, furnace.
Sure.
So we're going to go to the furnace mode. And the temp plus minus self-explanatory,
Sure.
your temperature values. This type of thermostat goes from 60 to 80, wait a minute, it goes from, it can go all the way down, way before, and I think it only goes up to 85. Do you hear the burner kick in for the furnace?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, 85 is your max.
Sure.
Plenty warm.
What's
now.
this heat pump?
Huh?
Heat pump logo right here.
That's not
part of the thing. Okay.
No. So then to turn the furnace off, we go to the off mode. The burner's going to shut off, but the blower and the furnace is going to continue to run till it cools. At the light itself, you have a USB charge port back here, and they gave the bottom guy or girl USB charge ports back here.
Sure. Does the RV have to be powered on to have the USB?
No.
Right. Yeah, you could charge it without it, right?
Correct.
That's what I thought. Yeah. All right.
I did have TV on. Were you in here already?
Yeah, I saw it on.
Okay.
When you tripped it, probably, right?
When you unplug this and switch
Yeah.
cord. If you go to a different location, you know how to program your stations?
Yeah. I'm good.
Press menu, arrow over, channel search, copy.
Yeah. Okay.
Remote for your stereo here, which is also a DVD player and Bluetooth. It has. I had it set on a station that came in. Sorry for the mute. You have a zone 1 and zone 2.
Okay.
Zone 1 is your inside speakers. Zone 2 is your outside speakers.
Okay.
You can have them both on or both off. There's more instructions how to set the clock and everything in that. In this guy right here.
There's like a bunch of documents.
Yes.
Training shit. Okay.
We're going to put your two remotes in this drawer so they don't get bounced all over our lovely roads. I'm going back to Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Your Furrion stove here. On the right hand side there's a switch. So we're in the center. One just lights up the handles. Center is back to off. Two lights up the handles and an oven light.
Okay.
To light your 3-burner stove, as I talked about purging your gas system. This is your sparker here. If you see here, if there's a little neighbor kid you don't like, have them touch that. And I'm only kidding.
Right.
But this only turns in a clockwise direction.
Sure.
If you ever turn it counterclockwise, you just broke it.
Okay.
Turn this to the flame and be rather quick. Sometimes you may want to do it two-handed.
Sure.
I know my gas system purge, we got the nice big blue flame.
When would you purge the gas?
Anytime you, if you turned off the gas and have been setting for a while, purge it.
Okay, so basically every time you get to a campsite,
Yep.
why not? Yep. Okay.
And to light your oven, it's still done by the sparker here.
Okay.
Back in the bottom, right back here, is the pilot and the sparker.
Okay.
Okay? We have to turn our oven to the flame,
Yeah.
and you got to push in and hold. You notice with the light on, this kind of changes color.
Yeah.
This allows gas to flow from the gas valve down through the little pilot tube, and yes, it's going to take this long.
Oh, okay.
And then you look down here as you're holding that in, and you hit the sparker.
Gotcha.
You got to hold this in for 5 to 10 seconds to heat up the thermocouple to tell the gas valve it's okay. If you let up and the flame goes out, hold it back in, relight
So
it.
holding it down is getting the pilot line opening up.
Yes, it's telling the
It's just
gas
for the
valve,
pilot.
I'm manually allowing that gas
Yeah,
to
you
come
want
down
that-
through that tube.
Yeah, because it's like a little bit of gas coming.
Yeah. Then you just turn this to your desired temperature and your oven fires up.
Okay.
For travel purposes, your glass lid down. There's little rubber tabs. Make sure that pushes down, and you can put stuff on here. You need some lighter weight stuff. You know, I wouldn't want to put a bag of concrete on there. But to open, rotate back once and twice.
Okay.
You have a range hood light over here and an exhaust fan. Just one speed. Microwave is standard household microwave. The only time you're going to be using that is when you're plugged in.
Right.
Nice little feature that came out. This is your 120 volt plugs plus USB charge ports. To get this down out of the way, this is also wired into the GFI reset. Lift up, push slightly in on the red till it clears the bottom. This will go down and out of the way. Press in the center to pop him up and lift him back up. These lights are mainly controlled at the light. You have a Dometic fridge, and you had some questions about the fridge. I'm going to show you the functions. This is your on-off switch. Right now, the fridge is off. To turn it on, press the. It's always going to beep like that. You see how it goes over to the auto. The auto position meaning when we're plugged in, it's automatically going to run on electric. If I go out there and unplug, this would automatically switch over to run on gas to keep your refrigerator cold while you're traveling down the road. Providing you have gas in your tank, it's been purged, and your gas valve is open.
Yeah.
Okay. If I wanted to run this on gas
Right.
while I'm plugged in, maybe it's a holiday weekend and it's 95 degrees out, the campground is full and everybody's running their AC. Sometimes I switch my refrigerator over to gas because some campgrounds will have low voltage issues. Okay, that makes sense? So if I turn it off when I'm on the gas and I press the on off button, just the check light beeped and it'll go through a series of 3 attempts to light. If this check light comes on, it means it did not light on gas. Okay? And there'd be a couple of reasons why that wouldn't light on gas that you could take care of. Your gas is shut off. There's still air in the lines. To clear out, if that was lit up, turn your switch off, wait 3 to 5 seconds, turn it back on, and it's going to go through a 3 series of lights again. If it doesn't light after that, we either out of gas or we got some other issues.
Sure.
All right.
Do you recommend that you run it on gas while you're traveling? If you're driving
don't.
like 5 hours, you know.
90% of your fires in these happen right here in this guy.
So stay with auto.
Well, if you're in the auto, when I go unplug right now, it's automatically going to switch over to gas.
Oh.
So you want to turn this off.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take a good 8 to 10 hours to cool an RV fridge.
Yeah.
So, if we're getting ready to go on a camping trip, and I plugged the RV in at home, and I turned it on electric. I got this cold.
Yeah.
I keep the refrigerator doors. If we lose power at home, our refrigerators stay cold for quite a while.
Right, right.
So if I'm traveling down the road and it's 95 degrees out, it's 90, 95 in here, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That, hey, we're going to stop for a few hours. Open up the door, come in here, turn the refrigerator on, let it run on gas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. But it's not going to melt in 2 hours, so you can actually keep it off.
No,
yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm leaving the campsite, I could just shut it off.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's the safest way to.
This makes down to an embed also.
Yeah.
You know how that's done?
Yeah, I've seen videos on it.
Okay.
You don't have to show it to me.
It's made for children, not us adults.
Yeah.
I think these bunks are rated up to 300 pounds.
300 pounds each, yeah.
Okay.
So right there.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Obvious. USB charge ports. I guess they plan on us having all kinds of phones.
Can you just walk me through how to break this down? Just you don't have to actually do it, or you can do it. Okay.
To get this off, I give it a little wiggle.
Okay.
And I don't know if my posts came. These posts can get stuck in here.
Okay.
So you see, as I kind of gently, I can tip it back and see, and then I just take these out.
Yeah.
And your table then.
Mm-hmm.
Is goes down in here and sets on there.
These cushions go right. Okay.
And between this one,
And
those two, and that one,
the rectangular, right? Perfect.
Ready?
Thank you.
Easiest way to get this back in.
Mm-hmm.
Drop your center post in. I don't like pinching my fingers, so all I do is bring this out here, look right at it, hit the puzzle, a little slap on the top, and it's locked in.
All right.
Your sliding door for your privacy door for your bedroom. You want this locked in the open position. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going back and forth and come off the track. You do have storage underneath the bed.
Yeah.
You're familiar with that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it, but can you just lift it up, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay.
If you wanted more storage, you could take out that center divider.
Oh, right. Between the two.
Laundry chute over here. If you put a clothes basket down there in the front compartment. Fire exit operation. Hope you never need this guy. You can use this window as a vent also for circulation, but you just take the red handle out, and that would be just for like get ventilation.
Yeah, hot day.
For a fire exit window, the screen pulls in. The window is on a piano hinge on the top, and it will hinge right out.
Okay.
Believe me, if there's a fire, you're going to find a way to bail out.
Yeah, I'll kick it out. Yeah. Not a problem.
All the blinds operate and such. Any questions you have for me?
No.
How'd I do for you?
So we're getting ready to tow away. So put that down. Okay.
Yep. And what I do first, I come over here and I shut off all my switches.
Okay.
And you don't want to travel with water in your bowl.
Yeah.
It's going to slash around and be on the floor. So I shut off the water pump, and I'm going to hold this down to get the pressure drained off the lines. So we can get 90 to 95% of the water not sloshing around in there.
Right.
Shut off lights in the bedroom, bathroom. You want to grab that light. Okay. There you go. That's for the. You got boys or girls?
I got little kids. Three. The girl and boy.
All
Yeah.
right.
3 and less than 1.
We're gonna shut off lights in the bedroom. lights.
Doors locked open. Mm-hmm.
And we got all the lighting shut off in here so we can turn back on our ceiling lights. One thing I will, if you did not want all these ceiling lights on, you can individually.
Right. You could pick and choose.
Right. So maybe the kids are back here sleeping.
Yeah.
And just all these here right in the center.
Sure. Tell me about this here. It's just for ventilation.
This is just for ventilation.
Yeah.
That hey, fall time.
Yeah.
And
outdoor.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure for travel purposes these are all closed and snugly down.
Right. And this fan, is there a filter we have to do anything with?
There's an AC filter right here.
Okay.
To open him up, take your fingers.
Yeah.
And gently, without breaking them.
Yeah.
And this here you pull off there and rinse out with.
This is the filter?
This is the AC filter right here.
Okay, just rinse it off with water?
Yep. I usually go hot water.
Hot water? Okay. How often do you have to do that?
Whenever it gets dusty, you'll notice it.
I'll notice. Okay.
That looks is on the fan is the same thing as the AC running, just that we don't have our compressor kicking in right now. So this is called like a quick dump. Feel the air coming down out of here right now. Are you familiar with this? No. This here, if you got to a campground and it's 95 degrees out, close your bedroom door, close the bathroom door, keep that door closed. AC operates on a 15 to 20 degree split. So if I'm sucking in 90 degree air for my return, my supply can only be as low as 70.
Right. So
the sooner you get this room cooled, the more efficient it's going to be.
Right.
You're still putting air out these ducts, just not near as much. Or if your wife or you are cooking here over the stove and it's hot, you can open these up.
So this is using just this suction here.
Yep. Now it's
if you close it, then it's coming from outside.
Say what now?
Now, if you close that,
no. This is the same air that's coming out of here.
Oh, okay.
Just that I'm allowing it to dump out here instead of all through the duct.
Oh, I see. You're just
feel the change.
Right. It's very right. Okay. It's just a flow change. I see.
It's a flow change. So this closed, it's a little bit more quiet.
Right. You're just taking the bedroom out of the equation.
Yes.
Okay. And the bathroom? Is there ducts in there too?
The bathroom
doesn't look okay. Okay. Just that then. All right.
Alright, so we're shutting them back down.
And again, you said, for the most part, run the water heater on electric at the campsite if they have power, and if you boondocking, gas.
Yep. The reason they have this on here because they want you to push in, because these operate in compression to seal around them seals.
Yeah.
So the part of the lock is hooked behind this door. And the pressure, sometimes you can break your key if you don't press in. Okay?
So press the metal part in before you open. Gotcha.
Or you could do it right here too.
Sure, but that helps. Okay.
Yep. And he's got our hitch work all, you've got your height set all up. We're not going to lock these components up until we get done with our hitch. So right now we're going to raise this higher than the ball and we're going to back up so we can hitch up.
Okay, so which button?
On your hitch
extension,
you have an on-off button here. The on-off button is just for our load assist lighting.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just for this is just for light?
Yes.
Okay.
EXD is we're extending the jack post.
Yeah, getting taller. Yep.
And RET, we're returning the jack post.
So I would store, when I take it off, after I set up the camp, this part comes out too.
These come off.
Whole assembly.
No, I'm gonna go through the complete setup, but I'll show you. These are held on by these two pins right here.
Sure. Take that off. Okay.
Take that out.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Yeah.
Okay. You want to get in your vehicle and back up, and we'll get hitched up here.
Okay. Okay.
You ready? Yep. So you're gonna back up your vehicle, and you're gonna hitch up and lock in your pin here.
Okay.
I do with this the vehicle off mode because then your air ride's not gonna keep compensating for you. Then once you're hitched up, this is locked in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise up the back of your vehicle now.
Okay.
Reason I'm doing that because I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. I'm gonna get your equalizer bars latched in over these pins.
Yeah.
If I had the vehicle running right now, your air ride system is going to be messing with me. Well, I want to mess with him.
I see.
So I shut the vehicle off.
We gotta get things done.
Pull your pin out here.
Mm-hmm.
These here, initially going to move a little hard. Well, that will move these.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting ready to prep this board now, and
We have
I'm sorry. I am hard at carrying my
a cheater handle.
Okay.
I gotta go out back.
I could continue to try to raise this for this bar to clear over these pins, but I don't have. I want to go now.
Right.
Or maybe I couldn't get it up high enough.
Sure.
So you're gonna get that in at the right where this pin drops into there,
Yeah.
and under these bars. And you're gonna lift up.
Okay.
To unhitch, you're gonna take this bar underneath here and swing this out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Watch this, that could bite you. So to take the pressure off this more, I could raise up the back of the vehicle with the jack. It's rated for 3,500 pound lift. And that moves up a lot easier.
Right.
Once you get this side in, you drop in your locking pin and put your clip in the bottom.
Okay.
Then we're going to go around the other side. Pull your clip out, pull your pin out. This side here, since I raised it up,
Right.
I show you the hard way and the easy way, or both ways. These will pivot up just a little bit,
Yeah.
and I got that over without having to use him.
Yeah.
We can still put our pin in. Then you would lower this back down,
Yeah.
bring your jack up, hook up the safety chains, plug in your 7-way, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
To unhitch, we first got to get all the weight off these bars. So you're going to raise this up, get these bars up and out of the way. Then you'll lower this back down to take the pressure off your release here. Release him, then raise the tongue back up. Unhook the safety chain, 7-way, and you're good.
Cool.
Got it?
Yep.
Any questions?
No. We'll just have to. Are you gonna hook up the safety chain and all that now?
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to hold the return button and bring your jack up?
Yep. How far do you bring it up?
You want to bring that jack post up about the same height as the bottom of this right here.
Okay.
You'll never bottom out.
Okay. Let's watch what. So you're just taking the chains.
Yep.
Go across, right?
As you see, I'm kind of crossed.
Yeah,
them.
you gotta cross it. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
So it kind of acts like a cradle.
Just chain those up.
And your 7-way plug is down there.
Whoa, whoa. Watch your hand because it's got that, you know, that smart.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Probably.
Can you deactivate that if you're pulling?
I'm just gonna throw the key far away. There you go. It's not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.